Hello again, Slayers. My name is Kyle, but I go by RoboSlicer in the Dauntless community. Well, this week's trials, we're going to be looking at a neutral behemoth named Shrike. Shrike is my favorite behemoth in trials because he's how I got my gold crown personally. But he's also got some interesting modifiers and no real beneficial elemental increase on using a certain weapon over another. So I would definitely say using a Torg weapon would probably be the best bet. You can definitely use Thrax's weapon bonded to Shroud, but I decided to use the Scorched Agonies for the sub 3. So let's go ahead, get into the video. Let me show you guys the modifiers that are going to be on for this week's trials. So next, we're going to look at basically the modifiers that are on Moonreaver Shrike. We have the no unchance, so that means we have no actual revives. We cannot use our stim packs to get ourselves back up after being down once. Styxian Sacrifice, so that means the Styxians are going to be in the arena trying to hurt you, but if you stay close to Shrike, you're going to be pretty much fine because they don't get close if Shrike's nearby you. You've got Near Sight, so that dome that you see when Shroud goes into his dark mode or his dark room, you cannot actually see anything, making it hard for you to boop Shrike. So then after that you have Momentum. The faster he goes, the more times he does his boop move, the more damage he's going to be able to do to you. But if you interrupt it, he does less damage, but if you get hit, you take that damage. And then Frigid Touch, basically he does chill damage when he hits you. But that's not going to be a big problem because we're going to be using a simple sub 3 build. So let's go ahead and get into that build. So this is the build for this week's trials. It's a simple sub 3 build. You can definitely swap out some cells if you so wish, and I'll explain which cells you can easily swap out. But if you want to keep them, you definitely can. It's all up to you. This is just my suggestion for you guys to be able to get a sub 3 as fast as possible. This is not mandatory, nor is it meta. So we're going to be using +6 Catalyst to get more duration and more effectiveness from our tonics. Iceborne because, again, we're still bad at dodging, so we need some lifesteal to take less damage when we get hit. And, of course, Overpower because since we're booping him a lot, we're going to be doing 60% more damage while he's down. And then, of course, we're also going to be using a lot more Rage than usual because we can't fit Berserk, +6 Berserk into it as much, so we're going to be using +6 Rage. Rage Hunter because since neutral behemoths get angry pretty fast, you can use that to do a little bit more damage even when you don't boop him to deal more damage. Discipline so we're at half health all the time so that our cells will go off pretty fast. Rage and Iceborne specifically, and Wild Frenzy. You can definitely throw in Berserk if you want, but I went with Wild Frenzy because I know a lot of people are a little bit nervous to already be at half health. So we're going to see the tonics are Aether Drive tonic so that we can use our Lantern Holds faster, Blitz so we can go faster, and of course Frenzy so that we can actually deal more damage. The Lantern for this week I would definitely recommend is Pangar, and we're going to put +3 Catalyst into it so that we can bring our Catalyst up. We're going to use the Volcanic Treads, which gives us +3 Rage, and we're going to use the cell Rage Hunter inside the legs to bring it up more. We're going to be using the Torg's Brawn. It has +3 Overpower into it, and of course we're going to put +3 Discipline in there. For the Iceborne, it's got +3 Rage built into it, and for the cell, we're definitely going to be using Iceborne. For the head, we're going to use Hellplate, and it's got +3 Rage Hunter built into it, and we're going to put +3 Wild Frenzy. For the Scorched Agonies, we're going to be using, of course, +3 Iceborne, and then +3 Catalyst at the bottom over here. For the special, we're going to be using Reaper's Dance, Serrated Blades for the mod, and we're going to bond it to the Inferno Fangs. This is the best build, in my opinion, to get the job done. Now, the strats for this week are going to be a little bit different because Shrike actually moves around consistently throughout the entire time before you get in. Throughout the recent trials for Chowrock and Boreas, they stayed in one spot, making it a little bit easier to get the sub 3 and not have a real drop time. For this drop time, I would definitely recommend as soon as you get in, as you're able to, go up to the vents, pop your potions, and jump right in. He'll be waiting for you right there, so you'll be able to hit him and get a little bit more damage in, so you don't have to wait for him to come all the way around. I definitely would not recommend you waiting for him to go all the way to the other side to try and get him, because that doesn't proc his boop ability, but it also just makes him want to throw his weird arm slash thing at you. So if you really want to do it, you can definitely try that, but for the sub 3 or to get board time, I would definitely recommend as soon as you can, pop your potions, get in there, and start attacking him. My first move would be to definitely use your Reaper's Dance ability to try and get some stacks onto him while he's still standing there. He's going to try and run away, and then usually he'll go for a boop, dash forward and use a light attack to get the boop, dash to him because he's going to fly a little bit further away from you, and then just start pounding to him. Use that Pangar Lantern to be able to keep those Styxians away and slow him down a little bit so that he can't keep getting up as fast. Keeping the Overpower going on a little bit longer. If you get the Rage Hunter to go off at the same time as Overpower, you'll be doing a lot more damage than you would be if he was just using Overpower. So do what you need to, but that's definitely my strats for get the sub 3. So with that being said, guys, here's the video of me doing the sub 3. Happy hunting, Slayers, and y'all have a great Christmas.